This is a video of the overview of all of the videos that we did for 2025 February till January 2026. So this was the reading that I did for the year, basically for 2025, right up until January 26. So we're going to start with February 2025. So quick recap on each of these to give you an overview for the whole of the year. Metal Bird, the Bard, and Orange and Gold Dragon from Arcturus. So these were the three for Feb. So one of the things that we spoke about was treating yourself like royalty in terms of taking care of yourself, making sure that your health is okay, your mental, physical and emotional health, all overall. Also, I commented on the bracelets she was wearing, the 3 rings, this in association with the rings above, these layers above of the new energetical chakra system as it's kind of cementing itself in. The Bard is about the stories and how we tell those stories, also about music, poetry, myths, history, the enchantment of the storytelling. It's the truth and the frequency of truth, but mixed with that Arcturian energy, because they're the ones that taught us to use sound and frequency and through healing, which this card is about opening to the knowledge and the new golden age with the orange gold dragon from Arcturus. So carrying the energy of the future to be the guiding light. It's bringing that energy down and anchoring it in Feb. And also the reflection of that. So if you think about the mirror, how we reflect that energy out, definitely the stories and the experiences and how they become stories and experiences from the storytelling, but also how we're expressing, how we are creating with things. So I also referenced again the stars. I'm going to keep it short. Obviously, I refer you to the video on each of these for more in depth. So then we've got March. We've got the water dog, the cat, and Source Dragon. So I think it was that way. I had the water dog, the cat, and Source Dragon. So one of the things the dog represents was loyalty. It is about friendship as well, though in a lot of the things that I see, this is about relationships. March is about an overhaul of relationships on all levels. The water, although it was about being playful as well, making sure that you raise your frequency and vibration and have fun, because it's quite an intense month. There's lots energetically going on. The water is this undercurrents, the waves, that like you don't want to get, literally he's swimming and he's swimming in doggy paddle and having fun doing it. So he's on top of the water, but you could quite easily see the depths of that water coming up and then sweeping you away. That's the depths of the emotion during March. We've got the cat, which is fiercely independent and reminds us to have healthy boundaries. These are the boundaries in our relationships, the boundaries of how we think and how we feel. Cats are very good at putting things into place. He's surrounded by leaves, so I mentioned something lucky also coming to light during the month of March. Source Dragon is attuning you to the infinite. So during the whole of this month, we are working with figure of 8. We're working with, I think I gave this, well, you do, I can't think it's doing it with, this was the movement I gave in the energy report. So it's about being still. It's about taking time to go within in that 0 point, but also using things like movement, tapping, things that align you, rebalancing you. It's a really good month for therapy, and any energy work and any attunements of any kind, because you've got this attunement to the infinite happening. So you're kind of, right, okay, I'm retuning like a tuning fork. with that sound from February, and we've kind of not letting ourselves get washed away. It's very big on the emotions. So think of the I am presence as well during March, that independence of the cat, standing up, proud, in within the I am, but within balance. This is what's key, really important for March, to not get washed away under the waves of the tsunami of light that's going to be happening. Big shifts in March. In fact, March the 30th is meant to be the most powerful day of the whole year, so that says a lot, and a really good energy. So spend some time meditating on that day. March, February, March, April. So April, we got the wood pig moving up the vortex here. The queen, and she's woman, fertility, feminine power, sexuality and friendship, and also numerology of 4. And the alpha dragon, harnessing the divine masculine power of creation, destroying the old, visualizing your dreams, and helping you to manifest the new. This is about the ending of that old type of masculine energy and coming into its power. So when you think of like the feminine sacred sexuality, that power there, coupled with alpha dragon masculine energy, this is that balance of divine feminine, divine masculine, not toxic feminine or toxic masculine energy of overpowering or too like over mothering. This is the queen, king and queen energy, sovereign self. So out of March and that I am presence, where we've practiced that, and I said by the end of March, from the beginning of March to the end of March, you're a completely different person. You've got that now, whether you're masculine or feminine, it's in its sacred state. That's what we're practicing, and that'll continue during April, to harness that divine masculine rather than the toxic masculine power, the power of creation, to bring creation into reality. That's the root energy, a sacred sexuality energy. So that's present, and this is like a portal for change. This is moving up the vortex. You know, the expression in Abraham Hicks, Getting into the Vortex, great book. For those, he's got little swirly patterns on his belly, this pig. So also Taurian energy about this. It's also, he's surrounded by flowers and the fragrance. There's another figure of 8, the figure of 8 going on in the tail of this dragon, and the figure of 8 that we had in the other dragon. These are 8 energy, spiral energy, upwards energy, downwards energy, these balancing of the sacred geometry within our frequency. Wherever the flowers fall, you're being looked after, is the message through within the divine, and the balance of the yin and yang, if you like. April will be a balancing of that and a rebalancing of things, harnessing that, getting used to that, and moving up in our frequency. So it's allowing us to use that feminine power to nurture, but taking it further into the 3D with the masculine and the divine. May, we had the water horse, things being moved on, stirred up, turned up as he's running through the waters, with the solar energy is going to shift and step it up another notch. Dolphins in the background on this one. This is the path of independence. As we step more and more into this I am presence, we're stepping it out of that. The triangle again, the Trinity, which is present in March with the free energy and the free date. You've got this path of independence coming from people being in balance of the mind, body, soul, the energy, frequency, vibration, the Trinity of the sacred within us. The next card we've got is the marker for mystery, and it's pointing out the path, where we're going, where we're heading to, and the magenta dragon is enabling you to bring forward your soul wisdom. more and more throughout the year, from starting in February and going right through, we're starting to allow ourselves to remember our gifts and practice using them. That's for the whole of the year even, but enabling you to bring forward your soul wisdom. You're stepping into that magenta energy frequency of that color is coming up with the fire. Look, he's got all these fires around him. This is the passion. There's a fire burning away to enable the wisdom to come through. There's passion bubbling beneath our surface, our cauldron, our Jinn energy down here, that's lifting upwards and aligning in a sacred fashion. We're walking the path, walking the talk, but things being moved on, shifts, definite shifts and change. Also, the figure of the horse is, we're having a bit of a helping hand. Dolphins present in the background, so that Lemurian energy, I think, is also going to be present. Water and fish too here, symbolizing finances, things being shifted and changed within May, shift of things being stirred up in and churned up like the waves. But allow, he's on the shore. It's not like he's drowning offshore. He's running in a sense of freedom. This is a good thing that's going to happen, I think, in May. So we're in February, March, April, May, June. You've got Earth Monkey and the Wasp, and Royal Blue Gold Dragon, again with the sovereignty. So the monkey, the wasp, and the dragon. So Earth Monkey, you can move the mountains. This is about seeing relevance to important affairs, bringing in some fun and joy in your own life. But the monkey is able to sit at the top and see it from the highest perspective. Whatever is happening in, where are we, February, March, April, May, June, see from a higher perspective the shifts that are happening. The clouds around the thought forms are shifting and they are moving. See, the wasp is anger and realization and jealousy. So there may be undertones of that. It's the sting of what's happening, so you need to rise above it and see it from a higher perspective. One of the things, I can't remember what video I talk about this in, whether it might have even been the first report in February, is this is about how everything that's, no you don't mate, just about to walk right across, won't you? Everything that's not built with the loving intention for the highest good in our world will not be sustainable. So if it's not sustainable because it's not from this high frequency, it's going. There'll be a time where there's an overlap. So as we're creating things that are from that highest perspective, other things will fall away and be realization that it's not working. So that can bring about a sense of anger, and that realization of it's not working, because it's this learning through reflection, through growth, for it to be a more evolving thing. The Royal Blue Gold Dragon is about strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. It's stepping into that royal blue, that royalty, that sovereignty, and understanding it from a place of wisdom, not ego. So you awaken to your own majesty, wearing your cloak of power with pride. Power and pride, but not in the density of anger and jealousy. So that's where that might be seen, where some people are not quite in their own power. They're in a place of fear and power over. There is very, very different. Someone once said to me about royalty, and I said royalty, because from past life experience, said about being royal. What it meant was to one, demonstrate being in your alignment, but two, because you demonstrated being in your alignment, you were able to hold wisdom and were a wisdom keeper. You were there to serve for those that were practicing doing that for themselves. It wasn't so you could rule over. That was a distortion that came later when the frequency dropped within Earth's fields, and the way we think of it in more modern terms, the serfs, the servitude, to be under, for someone that would look after the people. But even later, I mean, it was still has, you were meant to be the person that oversaw things, that looked after things, more in tune with how we govern, but in terms of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Steward. A steward for those within your remit. So this is where you need to kind of know where the anger's coming from during June. Be like the monkey at the top of the mountain and see where the path is. Because when you're down the bottom and you're in it, you can't actually see how it's shifting, how it's changing, and how it's evolving things. And it can do all of those things. Those lower energies aren't to get rid of. They're to help us understand through our emotional scale and our emotional body, the tapestry of how our emotions actually help us evolve, to go beyond and to rise above. Perhaps that's the wrong word, because I don't want it to be, being over is the wrong kind of terminology, but it's more about governing oneself and demonstrating that. So it's the awakening of the Magistry. So where that blue, beautiful blue, royal blue energy, with that power, from feeling your power from within, so you're not feeling fearful in June, and to help you release of anger. And anger is about passion, obviously, and about feeling being powered over in some regards. So this is about being the monkey and seeing it from the high perspective again. So then we've got June, July. Is this, yeah, February, March, April, May, June, July. Wood rat. Align with your purpose, love, and rose pink dragon. Now, there's a whole video on my channel for a meditation to work with this energy that was pulled, which is preparation for your heart to connect with your highest face of the cosmic heart and open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe, that universal love and key, the sacred rose, obviously the linking of love. And this is like little steps going up from the different frequency of love. And again, we have a path aligning with your purpose. The rat is so intelligent, but it can also, in my other card, that like the mouse, which similar rodent energy, was about things being nibbled away. So when we don't follow our purpose, that gnawing at things, it gnaws at us because we're not on the right path. So there's a resetting of that come July for everyone, with this beautiful loving energy, getting outside in nature to do so. And I highly recommend the meditation. June, July, August, we've got fire dragon. Oh, sorry, let's do it back. Yeah, fire dragon and the stag, air and water dragon. So the fire dragon, co-create with the universe with this fire energy. The stag is pride and leadership. That pride coming out from June is also there, present in August. And the air and water dragon helps you to connect to the higher frequencies. Trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, and be open to enlightenment in expressing your inner song. That's very reminiscent of the energy for March as well, actually. But with regards to August, there's fire, air and water here. The only thing we're missing is earth, which we need with the stag. We need the grounding. So that's what's going to be challenged, to be grounded that month. The air is about technology, water, liquid water with the fire. You've got steam going off. You think about the stag. To me, he is an epitome of the sovereign again, yet standing strong. But it's also, where are we being prideful? Do we need to look at that within leadership? So this was very reminiscent of March energy, in the fact that you need to ask yourself where you within, if you're in a position of leadership, are you leading from the heart? Heart-led leadership is going to be very important, and certainly here in August we got an 8 numerology, and 5, 6, 7, and another 8, 5 and 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 5 and 3, and 1 and 7. So symbol again of the 8 coming in, and the numerological 8. What was I saying? Air, and with water, that frequency being muted a little bit underneath the water, but nonetheless more powerful, related to water. The fish, and again, flying fish. This is linked to finances and computer and technology, where during August, and obviously I find it the irony of it's August and we've got the 8th month and the 2 8s, so that energy of the 8 is definitely coming through even in the cards. Anything else to say? Fire, obviously, dragon of the sun. This is Kundalini energy, awakening from the sun. Mountains, relevant to important affairs. Make sure you're on top with documents during August. September, we've got the fire horse. Again, things shifting, effortless vitality. The horse is literally running and full of energy. The sun is out and it's looking great. It's a new term for schools. It's a new term back to college. And we're letting go of the old here. Water is flow. We're going with the flow and running with the freedom. And then we've got air and fire again at the end here, and he is in expanding your creative energies with all of that vitality, harnessing your creativity, excitement and enthusiasm, communication, and communicating your passion. Also volcanically allowing that fire to erupt, that passion within technology, within the creative stuff happening, and we're seeing it with air. So air being within technology and Aryan, the true, not Aryan, Aquarian. There we go. So letting go and going with the flow in September, and that effortless vitality. It's a very much a lighter amount. What we got for numbers, we got 44 Adam Kadam, which is the our sacred template of our core, our DNA, and 4 and 3, so that's a 7, which is sharp change, again mixed with the movement and the horse running. So September. October, water rat, focus on your vision, the butterfly, and water dragon. So the water dragon helps you flow easily around obstacles. I think that there's money stuff is going to come up, and the Mu, or what some people call Lemurian energy, and the Atlantean energy here. Christ light and love are flowing. Develop your psychic abilities, Piscean energy there, and going with the flow, coming out of that letting go month for September. You're going to continue to learn to go with the flow. The butterfly is about beauty, so look for the beauty around you and the beauty in the details. The water rat is focused on that vision, because again, just like we had back in March with the, what was it, the water dog, we've got here that fishies and the sense of swirling water with the water rat, the intelligence of our emotions, allowing the mind and the emotions to focus that emotion in a good way. Dolphins in the background, the light is coming through. That big wave there though could quite easily overflow you. You need to make sure as there's a lack of earth energy in this month and a lot of water energy in October, to rebalance yourself. Obviously in October, that's a time to be balancing again and thinking about your whole body balance and the Libra energy. So butterfly is associated with obviously flying and beauty and transformation and shifts. October, November, December, damn it, yeah. So November, we have Metal Rabbit, the Novice, and Omega Dragon. So Metal Rabbit is about frequency, music, the dancing. It's the state of grace within movement, moving your body with dance, with movement, with frequency and sound and light. The Rabbit is about fun. Obviously the Novice is this sense of being innocent, and the beginner, the ignorance in its negativity, and the new skills without practice, but understandable understandable curiosity, learning. It's a 5 here, and so a 5, both cards have got a 5, so 2 and an 8 is a 10. Oh no, 2 and an 8 is a 10. I was thinking 2 and 3. My eyesight. It's 28, not 23. And so 8, 9, 10. So you've got a 1 and a 5, making it a 6 in total of energetic for numeronics. Omega Dragons, harnessing the divine feminine and the power of creation. Intention and holding the vision. Birth, the highest consequences and consciousness of humanity. So we're learning, but we are still in the beginner phase. We are still not quite the expert yet. We're the novice, but there's a curiosity amongst people that's happening. There's still a little bit of an ignorance around what is actually happening. So allowing yourself to learn, become the beginner, become the novice, means that you are open and receptive to higher ideas, and you can allow this Omega Dragon to help harness this divine. And again, this is the feminine power of creation, to create what we want in, and using this for a state of grace. December, we've got the fire rat, light and shadow, and the death. It's the end of the cycles, it's the winter. The green gold dragon from Sirius brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of the sacred knowledge. Allowing the earth's vows to clear. This green dragon, green and gold, is the gold feminine, and the green of Tara, and ancient knowledge of the green of Gaia, and her cycles. Waves on the shore and the death. Look at death as endings, their cycles, and bigger cycles like the cycles of the sun, the light and the shadow. But also this is an ending to duality in a way. We're moving out of right and left, and we've got this bridge of the hippocampus, the blending of right and left brain hemispheres, the balance of both. Not one, not t'other, not yin, not yang, but both in balance, and then beyond that. So they're merging into this new green gold, allowing the vows from Sirius to lift, allowing the clouded sense of or vow that has been placed, or shields that have been placed for Sirius. We're gonna see that clearing. Protections in some thought forms. Then we got January 2026. We honour the wood snake, because this has been a year of the wood snake, and enjoying the waiting game. So obviously December is the end of 2025. However, the year of the wood snake doesn't end until it goes right into January. So it's either the end of January, beginning of February, end of February, sometimes it depending on when it falls. is linked to the lunar calendar. So enjoying the waiting game. Obviously the wood snake was about all of the creative, so having a sense of being thankful for all the growth and all of the patience. There is a sense of patience in January within communications and the communication energy, which is the second card. There too. Oh, sorry, put it like this so you can see them all. So we've got the wood snake, the communication, and there we go. With flip them back round so I can read from them. So communication, and then the silver dragon. This is Mercury energy being key, apparent here. Silver dragon illuminates your potential with the higher lights and accessing untapped resources. Look into your soul, see higher possibilities. This is the reflective, shiny, metallic-y thing of the silver dragon, but the silver threads is also the masculine potential within the higher. The key is success with communication and the growth that we've been through the whole of this year. The snake, as it shedded its skins, the tree, the wood, the element that it represents with the wood snake is about growth. It bent, it swayed when it needed to, and it grew exponentially through the whole of this year. And that is the kind of word, I think, that is the epitome of growth, transformation year, and how far we've come. Of the serpent, the snake, the reptilian part of the brain is going to grow for the whole of this year. We're stepping out of that reptilian part of the brain as a collective and growing our higher states of awareness throughout the whole. So that's the overview for the year. Exciting stuff. Intense too. So lots and lots of things that you can do to help. And in each of the videos I talk about it more in depth, obviously. And I've created a report for each month that I'm sharing with my members. And I invite you to join me to become part of the membership if that's something that you fancy. You can check out the options. I think there's a link somewhere on my page for that. And become a member and get access to those videos. But I shall put this one up for everyone to see as a quick overview. So love and blessings, however you're doing, whatever you're doing in your now moment. Remember to take a moment to stop. Let's do it together now before we go. With your hand on your heart, to be open and receptive to the highest aspect of you through your journey through life. Thank you. Love and blessing. Thank you.